Are you ready to just hop into it?
Let's get it.
I bet, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ayoo Chill podcast. It's been a while since I've seen y'all. Last week we had AK40 Devin. AK40 Devin, thank you for blessing the podcast. But this week, I got another artist for you. We got Sir King in the building. My boy, take a couple seconds, minutes, let the people know who you are.
Like you said, Sir King, you know what I'm saying? Jersey, representing, you know.
Word. So I'm going to start off. I always like to start off with, where are you from?
I'm originally from Jersey City.
Word, Jersey City. And what I like to ask people is, describe the city that you're from for me.
Iraq.
I believe it.
Yeah, Baghdad.
Yeah, dude. So what part of Jersey City? Actually, you know what's crazy? I love Jersey City with all my heart. It actually has a big part, like, in my heart. There's a few cities that have my heart. Obviously, Patterson, because that's where I was born. Jersey City, because you just go to city, there's so much culture, there's so much art. And then also Philly, because Philly's just like a whole different area. But I know that there's three parts of Jersey City. There's Greenville, there's the Heights, and then there's downtown, right?
Yeah.
Those are the three major parts of Jersey City.
I'm from downtown. I'm from Booker T Projects.
Word.
Yeah, I was born and raised there and shit.
So how was it there? How was it growing up there?
It's like going to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you go to college, you get a degree on learning certain stuff. Growing up in the projects is like you going to college because you get a degree on how to deal with life. I can't curse?
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you deal with life shit there, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So it's like going to college, you're dealing with certain personalities all the time because you live there. So you see the same people. So it's like, that's how it is for me, like going to college.
For sure. What high school did you go to?
I went to Snyder my freshman year, but being as though I was from downtown and Snyder was like close to Greenville section, we call it the Hill, you know what I mean? And like everybody from my projects went to Ferris. So you know what I'm saying? Like my mom's wanted me to go to Snyder because all my family was up there. So I was like, man, look, I gotta get next to the guys. Like this is, you know what I mean? So I went to Snyder my freshman year. Then I went to Ferris my sophomore year, and like I think I probably dropped out after that. Like,
Word. Because I know one of them schools. I don't know which ones because both of them sound familiar. But I got close to Jersey City because my boy's from Jersey City, and I know one of them schools is like crazy. Like I don't know.
It got to be like Snyder or something.
Snyder, right?
Yeah, Snyder's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Because it's funny. I forget what block it is, but we usually go out there like in front. It's a whole bunch of apartments. You know how the culture is out there. You know what I mean? Everybody would just be chilling in front of this stoop, smoking, chilling, listening to music.
It's the vibes.
You know what I mean? It's the vibes. It's the vibes. But then all of a sudden, you got people who come around and then like shit just gets crazy in 2 seconds. You feel me? Like one second you chilling and the next second it's like fucking fights, all this shit. You know what I mean?
That's why I said it's Iraq out there.
Yeah,
you know
dude, for sure. And it's so funny. I heard a story one time from my boy, and he was talking about these Dominicans who were from his high school, and they hid machetes in the bathroom, bro.
Oh, that gotta be like some Ferris shit. I mean, it's a Ferris shit because all the Spanish people went to Ferris. You know what I mean?
So tell me about your ethnicity, bro. Like, what's your background?
So, my mother's side of the family, everybody's from like Barbados, and my dad, regular black, African American. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but yeah, that's the only thing. Like my mother's side of the family from like Barbados and shit. I never been there before, but hopefully one day.
Word. So, how'd you get into music? Like, what age did you kind of really start like listening or like getting into like recording or anything like that?
I want to say like 2011 when I came home from jail. Like 2011, I was like, I had to do something. I'm like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? When I was in jail, I was like, what I'm gonna do when I come home? Go back to the streets or whatever. So I remember, actually, when I first came home, I used to throw parties. I used to rent out like, not even rent out. Like I used to, me and my cousin, we had like Thursdays at like a strip club and shit. And then it went from that to me renting out little spots. And then I remember like listening to like, I was watching the movement of like the YMCMB, and Drake and MMG when they started like that Stay Scheming era and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I feel like I could do this. You know what I mean? I sold drugs. I done shot some people. Some people shot at me. I done been in prison. Let me put my story out there. And so I 2011, not to run on, but yeah, like 2011, I feel like I got into it, and I started taking it serious. Really, like 4 years ago, like I always been doing it, but I started taking like the business of it serious. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 3-4 years ago, and since then, like I just got a little more organized and shit just start picking up for me.
Word. You know, we'll get into your music career and how it's been going now and how it's been flourishing since then. But I kind of want to get to like growing up. You know what I mean? Talk to me about your teen years. You talked about just now, like you shared that you had been to jail. Like, what was the process in between this learning process?
As a teenager,
Yeah.
shit, like young dirty nigga outside trying to figure it out, trying to make some money, like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like all my friends, like all my, I, I, st- I was always about money. I was never about like the violence. I was never about like trying to make a name for myself. I was always about money. And anytime if I ever did anything violent to somebody, it's because of like I got pushed to do that or it was over something serious. You know what I'm saying? But I was never into it. I was always into the money. Like now, like I see people, like I see people I grew up with now, and it's just like our lives are so different. You know what I'm saying? Like they either still doing the same shit or they doing better, but in the same predicament. You know, like than other people. Like they're doing better than other people, but they're in the same predicament. You know what I'm saying? So like growing up, just young, dirty, trying to make some money, trying to stay out the way.
And what do you feel like really got you into that then? Do you think it was like a product of like your environment, what the people around you, or just the lack of resources given to you?
All the above. Like coming from like a single parent home. You know what I mean? My mom's, it was me, my brother, and my sister at the time. I'm the oldest. So, she always at work. And, I'm just fucking gonna be in the house all day. You know what I mean? My sister 2 years younger than me. And my brother is probably like, he younger. Now, I don't know. He was younger. So I'm like, man, I'm outside with everybody else. You watch him. You know what I mean? Ain't no food in the house. So it's like, mom's at work. Like, even though, like, growing up in the projects, don't think, like, it was, like, dirty, roaches, rats, you know what I'm saying? We had a nice apartment. We was okay. My mom's did what she could, but, I wanted more. You know what I'm saying? So, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look in the cabinets, ain't nothing to eat, mom's at work. She's like, find something in the house to make. I'm gonna go outside, flip this little pack, get some Chinese food for us, and, you be like, damn, I bet I need a pair of sneakers now. You know what I mean? Like, all the girls want the guys that look good. So, that become a whole life of his own. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, like I was telling someone the other day, like growing up in the projects, my projects, any projects I feel like is the safest environment in the world. People don't think like that. Because if you from there, people gonna look after you as if, you know what I mean? Like nobody gonna just come in there like, yo, where bro at? Like, wow, what you want him for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who that is, or like, yo, who the fuck is such? You know what I mean? If you live on the block, somebody could just break into your house, climb your fire escape, and the project, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little tight knit community. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, for sure. I think what's interesting is like whenever you see somebody who's very successful or who's really chasing their dreams, it's usually like a low point that they hit, for what led them to really pursue and like change their vision on life. So imagine like during these years, you're probably like, you're going through it. You're kind of just money hungry, right? So around what year did you go to jail then?
I went to jail 2008. like beginning of 2008, like the very beginning. Maybe I want to say 2007, but I'm gonna say 2008, and I came home 2011. But like I said, only reason why I actually got into the music is because I was like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Only thing I knew at the time was hustling. That's all I knew. I remember like growing up, I used to sell candy all day. Never went to school. Like I used to, like, what the fuck is this doing for me? I mean, like, what the fuck is this school doing for me? You know what I'm saying? It's not doing not one thing for me. I know how to read. I know how to count. I need to be outside. So I used to go sell candy all day. After selling candy, I'd be coming home and I just sell drugs all night. So that's the only thing I ever knew in life. I ain't have no other profession, no hustle, no talent, no basketball, no football. I dropped out of school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, what the fuck I'm gonna do when I get home? And it was just like I said, the parties, and then like looking at how like rappers was clicking up and, like, getting to it. I'm like, then put my story out there. And and it led to now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So we don't have to get into like why you get into jail unless you're willing to share it. But I mean, are you willing to share that?
Yeah, for a fact.
Yeah, for sure. So like what ended up leading up to then getting, to jail?
chasing money, drug dealer. So I was locked up. So I had 2 different cases. I had a case in Massachusetts, and I had a case in Bergen County, New Jersey. My case in Bergen County was so stupid, but they made it so big because I had a bigger case in Massachusetts. You understand?
Yeah.
So so the first case was in Bergen County. I had me and my friends, we did some dumb shit. We was tearing up the mall with the credit cards. You know what I'm saying? We was tearing the mall. That wasn't our thing though. That wasn't our thing. It was just so happened that it was a car accident, right? This is gonna be the funniest shit ever. It's the funniest shit ever. It was a car accident. And you know, me and my man, we was going to the mall already, and we saw a car accident on 17 going to the mall. Me and my man pulled, yeah, everybody all right? Ooh. We in the cars, like we tell them get the car, get some air. While they doing that, we in the car going through their shit. You know what I'm saying? We in the car going through their shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna turn your cars over. We like, with the key, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, taking credit cards and shit. And then, you know, once we wanted, it was like we both said it to each other without saying it. We was like, yo, like, all right, you go check that car and check this one and see what we can find. I mean, and then once they got out, we got a little bit of cash from both. But when we got those credit cards, we went to the mall, we just tore it up. You know what I'm saying? And
That's crazy, dude.
And
That's crazy.
My friend, he was buying clothes, and I got gift cards. So I would go to the gift card stand, like little kiosk, and I was like, let me get how much the max? They said 300. Let me get one, boom. It ain't work. Let me get another one, boom. I bet me another one, boom. So I got 3. And then I went a little shopping, got sneakers, whatever, and I said, fuck that. Let me go back to this kiosk. And when I went back the 3rd time or the 4th time, whatever, it declined. And then they were just on us. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that happened. I ain't taking that serious. It's some bullshit it's like, it was small at the time. So I'm in Massachusetts selling drugs. I knew I had a court case, but I'm not thinking this is big. I'm like, man, that's some small little credit card shit. Like, I get to it whenever I get to it type shit. Court today, fuck that. I'm up here getting money. I ended up getting locked up in Massachusetts for some drugs. And yeah, and then like this popped up, Jersey, you know what I mean, warrant, and you know, but yeah, that's how it went.
So you were locked up in Massachusetts and in Jersey, or just in Massachusetts?
No, I got caught in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then once I got sentenced in Massachusetts, I ended up being extradited to New Jersey to figure out the New Jersey charge. And then once I got sentenced in New Jersey, I got extradited back to Mass to finish off my time that I got sentenced for. And then I came back to Jersey, and then I went to prison. It's crazy, that little credit card shit, I went to prison. And it wouldn't have been that big if I didn't have the Massachusetts charge. You understand?
So how did you get caught in Massachusetts then? Like, what was the process of getting caught up there?
So I was fucking with this girl up there. Not like fucking with her, like in a relationship. She was like my plug up there. Like, she was like, I'll come up there with the work. I had the work, she had the clientele. You know what I'm saying? And she got pulled over one time. I was so under the radar. I was so low key. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up there at the time was selling dope for $25 a bag. I went up there selling for $15. Well, I'm from, it's $10 a bag at the time. It was $10 a bag, and we taking $7, $8. So I'm like, shit, I'm good with 15. You know what I'm saying? So I was like really fucking up the motion up there. People like, damn, you know, out of town is coming up there. Like, damn, nigga, you can't come up here, like, stick to the script. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm making the most. You know what I mean? So me charging $15 a bag kind of disrupt other people's shit. And I guess they put the police on her. They pulled her over. They threatened her, like, yo, we gonna take your kids from you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, I would call her, and she would not answer my phone calls. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with her? The whole time, I'm beasting to go up there. And she's like telling me, no, come next week. She's telling me no, basically. But you know what I'm saying? And like, I ain't catch the hint, the clue or nothing like that. I just wanted the money. It was good money. And I ended up going up there, caught the Greyhound, went up there. I told her I was coming. And like, she put them on me. You know what I'm saying? I got out the bus. I just heard somebody call my name. At the time, I was like, it was calling me like some stupid ass name, whatever. I just heard somebody yell my name, I looked back, police grabbed I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that was it.
And from there it was over.
Yeah, from there it was over. See, and the reason why that case got so big, because I said I'm coming up there with 3 bricks. In Jersey, 50 bags is a brick to us. Like 50 bags is like, we call it a brick. Up there, they was like, he come up there with 3 keys. So they thought they had like the task force. You know what I'm saying? I was on Williamstown campus. You probably could Google that shit. They had the task. They thought I was coming up there with 3 kilos of heroin. So that whole big thing was really over 150 bags of dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And during that time, like, were you just selling or were you using as well?
I never used drugs before.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I never used heroin, never used cocaine, motherfucking. I tried like an E-pill one time, like a half E-pill one time before. I had popped the Addy one time and I recorded a mixtape in like 10 days. You know what I'm saying? Like real tough. But like yeah, I ain't really big on. I don't even drink alcohol.
Word. No, I feel that. I think that's interesting too because when I get people here talking on the podcast, it's always easy to kind of like link up certain things that people are saying to say if they're legit. And, if you say you're really chasing the money, I mean, like if you're really chasing the money, you're not fucking with your own product.
Yeah. Yo, I didn't start smoking until 2018.
Word.
Yeah, 2018. It was my first time like smoking. Like I smoked when I was a kid, like once, but like smoking. Like now I can roll a whole backwood. I can't smoke a whole backwood. I'll probably take like 4 pulls and be on this camera like smack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know how to roll up now and shit like that. But I started smoking like 2 years ago and shit. So I was really about money. I'm really about chasing.
So what was that feeling then? When they grabbed you, you know what I mean? Were you did you realize what was about to happen or like
Nah.
You kind of was just like going with it then?
I was just like, another one. Give me a bill. I'm out of here. Going back to Jersey, never seeing me again. But they was like, no, you up here, nigga. You from Jersey. You ain't getting no. My bill was like 500,000, some crazy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, some stupid shit, man.
Jesus. So then they bring you back. They sentence you. Like, where was your family at during this time? Like, were you cool with your family? Was it like not? Because I know like during these times, sometimes they're very difficult. So
Nah, I ain't had no family. Like, I ain't had nobody.
I had nobody at the time.
Nah, I take that back. My mom sent me money out of like the whole time I was locked up. She sent me money like 4 times. But like she going through her own things. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really be mad at her for not sending me no money. It's my fault I'm in this position. But I made it work. You get what I'm trying to say? I made it work,
So then what jail did you end up serving time at?
Up there or down here?
I guess either.
I was in Berkshire County. I was in Berkshire County in Massachusetts. And in Jersey, I was at Bergen County. And then I went to Southern State, the prison. I went to Southern State prison. I could have went to like another Southern State. Southern State is like the prison for like lifers and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why, because they ask you like, yo, what prison you want to go to, whatever. I was like, yo, I want to go here instead of like a prison with people my age, people I might know, people, you know what I'm saying? I could have went to this prison and all my friends was there, but I didn't do that because I knew that would have extended my term because I would have been down there doing dumb shit, gang banging, fucking with niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever would have happened because I'm around my homies. But if I go to like a more mature jail, I'm around older people who's not on that type of timing. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to sit down and play chess with this dude. His name is Muhammad. I don't know his real name, but they called him Muhammad. He told me he was locked up for 40 years. That's 4 decades. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him telling me the story. He's like, yo, I did 18 years in solitary confinement because he killed the cop. Well, they said he killed the cop. His co-defendant is Afina Shakur. She had escaped and went to Cuba. And like, I don't know if you know like the whole the United States and Cuba history, it all happened behind her. And I was in jail with her co-defendant.
That's
and
crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And like he used to tell me stories, playing chess, he used to tell me stories like, boy, like you don't understand how I feel to like just be like in 4 walls for 18 years. And like you and me hearing that makes me like, yo, damn, like this is real. If I'd have went to a different jail, like for younger people, I wouldn't have felt it. I probably would have came home and went right back because it wasn't nothing to me because it was like, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to you? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, for sure. So how was then the experience of being there? Besides like, like playing chess with Muhammad, is it like what everybody thinks it is?
Nah. I was telling my people that before. They be like, you ever saw somebody get raped in jail? I'm like, nah, that's TV jail. I never witnessed that in Massachusetts, and when I went to prison, like downstate prison, the real prison, not like the county jail, I never witnessed that. You know what I'm saying? I never witnessed nobody getting like, not saying it don't happen, but I never witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? Like my time in jail was really more so like, shit. Besides me missing like my freedom, I ain't really have no issues with it shit. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Word.
I ain't have no family or no girlfriend around for me at the time. I wasn't getting no letters or no visits. But, you know what I'm saying? I made it though.
So what was like the worst part about like being there?
Missing your freedom.
Word. Do you feel like during that time when you're actually spent in there, like the gears started turning about what you were gonna do after? Like, what were your thoughts about like what I'm gonna do when I get out?
Yeah, that's what it stemmed from. You know what? My bad. One of the worst parts about being in jail. So my son was born, and I ain't get no pictures of him, no like nothing. It just like I ain't even have a kid. That was like the worst part of it for me, because I ain't had no family to reach out to go see what's going on, see if he even mind. You know what I'm saying? So like that type of shit. But like yeah. Besides that, nah, it's just missing my freedom. But when I was in jail, I had did a song called I did a hook called Purple Love, right? I was just bullshit. I wasn't into music or nothing. I was just bullshit. And niggas like, yo, damn, yo, that shit sound hard. Yo, when you get home, you gotta record that. I ain't never do it when I came home. And once I did it, because I saw, like I told you, the YMCMBs and all them, I did that song and it made me feel like I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that song was whack as hell too, but at the time, it made me this person today.
Word. So you get out of jail, right? It's around 2011 where you first like started realizing music is your thing.
Yep.
Are you still kind of like dealing with the problems like you were doing before? Like, were you still trying to like sell and like, you know, make money, or like were you trying to like, you know, find a legit job and like trying to do it like, you know, like clean? Like what was the process after that then?
Nah, working ain't my thing. Like a job, I feel like out of the 8 hours you're going to work for, you can make so much money in 8 hours. But yeah, nah, it was just really like trying to throw a party, trying to get people to come to my parties every week, every Thursday. I feel like that's how, you know, because I eat up the door and I make a little bit of bar money. So I feel like if I could just like get 200 motherfuckers in this motherfucker week, you know what I mean? I could make a quick rack a week. I'm easy. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, coming home, I wasn't really too into the drug business. Not because like I didn't want to, but it was just like talking to like people like Muhammad and them make me realize that, yo, hell no. Like if I get caught one more time, I know where I'm going. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So, you know, I think it's funny. Getting into music is always tough, you know what I mean? Because when you start out, automatically, I don't care how much money you have, I don't care how much swag or whatever the fuck, how many bars, unless your bars are like crazy fire when you start off, but like odds are when you first start off, your bars are trash, or they're like, alright, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like whenever you start off, you're lame.
Yeah. No,
you know
yeah. Yo, I was I had a meeting with Rack Boy Cam and his manager. I knew his manager. His name is Mr. Rogers. I knew his manager when I had a studio when I brought my first studio, and Mr. Rogers was there, and then we was talking, and we was like, I was telling him, I said, he was like, you know, he was telling me, he was like, yo, I'm proud of you, yo, you grew as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, my sound, now I found my sound, you know what I'm saying? I found my sound, I found who I am as an artist, instead of just like, when I first started, I would just get in the studio and just rap what I think people would want me to say, or I would rap the shit that I used to do. Instead of like putting my feelings and my emotions in it, I'll just get in the studio and just do what I think people want me to do. And it never connected. It never really. I didn't even like it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of songs that I did back then, I'll spend mad money on shooting videos for them, but never really feeling comfortable with pushing it because it just wasn't it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah. But now it's like, boy, I got that work. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about that. So the come up, you know, doing all those things at the beginning, what did that look like? You know, because for a lot of other people who are going to be listening to this podcast, I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to be inspired by like, you know, the journey you take. You know what I mean? Because it's not like everybody who comes where you come from and then now they're building a lot of success. And even just looking at your discography of your YouTube videos, your Instagram, now the music that you have out, you
Yeah.
know, and especially even the streams that you got. I mean, it's something to be proud of, right?
Yeah.
But when you started out, right? So when you started writing music, you know, 2011, and what steps did you need to take? Like, what were the building blocks, the first couple of steps that you took to like become legit?
Shit. I don't know. I still feel like I'm still figuring that part out. I'm still trying to get to where I'm gotta go. So it's like it's not like a one thing that you feel like I did it or I made it or I got it. It's mad shit you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But the music is important. The music is very important. Like I said to you before, I spent countless amount of money on my career when the music wasn't good, but like it got me somewhere, but it ain't get me far because the music wasn't connecting the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like record. Like I got a studio in my apartment now. You know what I mean? And I record all the time. I record. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel like I just sharpen my tool. Record the same shit I used to do before. Let me try a little bit. I went to like a singing school, whatever, like to learn how to sing and play the piano. So with that, I was like, all right, let me try a little bit of singing on it. You know what I mean?
When did you do that? Like, where was that in this like time period?
Nah, that was recent.
That was recent.
Yeah, that was recent. That's why all my new music sound the way it is now.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like rough, hardcore, like rah 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 rah. It's more like, all right, bet, little laid back. You know what I'm saying? Talking about. I mean, I'm from the streets, but I ain't in the streets no more. So it's like, why still try to even pretend to connect like that? Why? You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know what I mean? I'm from the streets, but I be talking to the ladies now. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure. I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
So what was the first time you got into a studio?
I don't know. Probably like my first time getting in the studio probably was like 7 months, 8 months after me being home. That's when I recorded that Purple Love song I was told you about.
Word.
But, yeah.
Word. And how about like do you have a team that you like work with now? Like a team of producers or a team of recorders, or like who was like the first people you really started working with in the scene?
You know, this industry is about who got the money. It's not, nobody want to build something with you if you don't got no bag. So it's like, I'll go to this studio, fuck with this producer, buy that beat, do it. You know what I'm saying? Not really no structure to it. You know what I'm saying? Now I have like a little situation. So I got like 3 people that make all my beats for me. They know my sound. They know like how I flow over certain instruments and stuff like that. So they make beats just crafted for me. And I have my creative director, Anaya. She makes all my fire content, all the treatments for my videos, shoot everything. You know what I'm saying? And I got my manager, Abby. She's like phenomenal. You get what I'm trying to say? And I have Perez. Perez not my manager. She's like more like my A&R, handle my business and stuff like that. But Perez is like a button pusher. She gets shit done. You know what I'm saying? When I dropped this song, I remember like I almost like the song I just dropped, Get What You Want. I remember like something went wrong, and she was like, "Don't worry about it. Don't trip. Go to bed. Go. You know, your song released tomorrow. I got you." And I remember just waking up, and I went on my Spotify for Artists app, and I just remember having like 17 people listening that morning. Late on that day, 50 people, 90 people. Then it go down 36 people. Then the next day it just kept going up, and like, you know what I'm saying? So like my team now is like a little bit more, and I feel like I built my team now the way it is because like the music improved. You know, that's what I feel like. You know.
No, yeah, for sure. I think the music, in a lot of ways, like it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
A little bit of my background, so I'm a sound engineer, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny. I've been in all types of different situations when it comes to studios, people on the come up. You know, like I don't think Patterson is as bad as Jersey City when it comes to like the craziness that goes there, but. Bruh, I've been in like these little like trap house like type like, you know, like studios, you know what I mean, where you go into the place and it's just smelling of weed, bro. Everybody's fucked. I mean, like they're like, yo, come into the vocal booth. It's mad nice. You go into it, it's like 3 blankets, bro. Then it's like, yo, I got the nicest setup. It's like a Scarlett and like a MacBook like from 2006, and you're like, all right, bro, I guess we laying some bars, right?
Yeah.
And it's like YouTube beats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, bro, I guess this is how it is, right?
Yeah.
I remember doing that, and I remember actually going around Passaic and like trying to see the scenes over there. But usually what I talk to about with Jersey artists is how the Jersey scene is like not really like lively. Before I used to say that it was dead, but I'll tell you, I had this guy on. His name is Samad Savage.
Oh, it's my guy.
Yeah, dude, Samad is lit, dude, and he schooled the fuck out of me on the.
That's
podcast,
my guy.
dude.
I was just talking to Samad yesterday. I was talking to his manager because you trying to do a tour. But yeah, anyway,
yeah. And I remember I had him in the same seat that you sitting in, and I was like, yeah, dude, like the rap scene, the hip hop scene in Jersey is dead. And then he looked at me, he's like, what? And then he was like, this artist. And I was like, oh shit. So then I started looking up everybody and kind of like looking around and being like, yo, there is a spark here, but it's not like it's an entire movement, but it's definitely like trying to happen.
You know why though? That's because everybody got egos. Niggas got egos, yo. Niggas got egos. I feel like if Jersey was to come together and like maybe do music, post each other, support shit, do shows with each other. Yo, this shit'd be like Atlanta. I always said that. I always said that shit. Like Coily Ray just dropped the album, right? And they said she did like 11K streams, right? For her first album, that's great. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. But I feel like the way it was like worded, it made her look bad. But I feel like that album was fire as hell. But like she didn't do an academics interview. I feel like she should have did academics interview because academics from Jersey and she's from Jersey. That would have been like, if she would have went on that interview with him, because Ak ain't no little nigga, ain't no small guy, he big. You know what I'm saying? So if she did that interview and be like, yo, yeah, Ak, you know I had to do it. We from Jersey, we pulling shit together. I feel like that would have been a spark. You understand? But that didn't even happen. Russ is from Jersey.
Yeah.
You understand? So like they don't even, like the top 10 people in Jersey right now, they don't even glue it together. So I just feel like the next generation under that one, which would be us, Samad, me, Rack Boy Cam, Mr. Chicken, us, we can do that shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We can. I feel like I'm missing Bandman. You know what I mean? Like band. You know, we can do that shit. And it won't. It probably necessarily not the artist. It's probably like the teams. Everybody teams got egos. Oh, I want 6 bands or I want 3. No, this is Jersey. Let's put it together for us. And like, cause look at Atlanta.
Well, I think too, like when you really think about it and you look about it, how many venues are there in Jersey to go perform at?
Yo, it's a lot. It's some in Clifton. I just went to this warehouse shit rock concert in Jersey City. I'm from Jersey City. I mean, ideally I would not like to perform in Jersey City because I'm from there. Mm-hmm. But I would like is the warehouse is fucking mad spots in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not as big as like a SOBs in New York City or like a House of Blues in Boston or something like that. But it's a lot of 250 seater venues or theaters in Jersey that we could put like do a little tour. Mm-hmm. Just the top artists in New Jersey, whether we break even or we just like, but that was solidified Jersey scene. There's so many Jersey hip hop Instagram accounts, like New Jersey #1 hip hop, New Jersey Shade Room, New Jersey Model, like all these New Jersey based pages, all these New Jersey based artists. We got to come together. If we pull that off, yo, this should be Jersey will have its moment. The way Florida had it, the way Florida, Miami have it, the way Atlanta got it, the way Texas once had it, the way, you know what I'm saying? But if we keep with the egos and not coming together, we're going to be just like New York. Like New York had it when 50 in them, 03, Jim Jones in them, Dipset, I mean, Rockefeller. New York, I feel like New York would never have that again. Because like it's so much, nobody wants you to win. They don't even want to see each other win. I saw a post, they was like, yo, I could tell if your Instagram fake if you go into 3 dots and if it don't have the about this account, your Instagram is fake. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, I got the about this account. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not part of the people he's talking about. But like, why the fuck does that matter? Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you can't be happy for the person who got it?
No, facts. And I believe that. I believe that like fully, you know, because even doing this podcast, there's only one other podcaster that I really know about in Jersey who's doing it like how I'm doing it, you know, doing interviews or podcasts with like different artists. You know, sometimes I'll be interviewing or doing podcasts with entrepreneurs. I had a model on, a lot of different camera people, you know, some of the biggest camera people who are on the come up in Jersey too. And I never spew hate. And even looking at the other guy who has his podcast, you know, his name is Sully Bob. Shout out to Sully Bob because he's my boy. But like I saw him what he was doing. I was like, yo, great, let's come up together, dude. Yeah. Like, who cares? Like, you got your people, and when your people like need a spew shit and you ain't got time for them, send them to me. And when I ain't got time for my peoples, I'll send them to you. You know, it's like this whole this whole like cycle, you know. But I thought it was interesting kind of what you said before. You said you would rather not do like performances in Jersey City. Why is that? Because
I'm from there. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I would do it though, but I wouldn't want to because like I feel like that'd be like, oh, he's still in the beginning stage. He's still performing in his city. Like he ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's just like a little stupid thing that I'm fucking with. But like, I would definitely do it. That shit, that venue hold like 200 people. Pack that bitch out.
Cause it's weird. Cause like I feel like when it comes to like culture, you know what I mean, and people who are pushing the arts, like Jersey City has had this whole turnaround within these past, like, I'd even say like 10 years, dude. I mean, like the downtown looks crazy, you know what I mean, and like the bar scene's getting nice. I don't know if you've ever been to Surf City, bro. Surf City is nice too. The downtown, you know, be hitting up Porta's, South House, you know, they got the little barcade thing over there, and then like
that part is nice. Like when I speak about Jersey City, I'm talking about like the shit out my part of Jersey City. You know what I'm saying? Like, but downtown is very nice. Like Porter's and South Porter's and that whole little area down there is definitely nice. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely tap into it. I'm just saying, like, when I think about it, I think about like my little community where I'm from. I don't think about like nothing else. I don't think about shit else.
For sure,
you know what I'm saying? Like you see how you said you was just outside chilling and then shit just get rough out of nowhere. That's how I'm like, man, I go to Jersey City, somebody find out I'm performing over here, they gonna wait for me outside the venue. You know what I mean? I got security or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm well protected and I got a law with me, so but still I just, you know what I mean?
No, I got you, bro. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Quick side question.
Yeah.
You fuck with White Manna?
Who?
White Manna?
White Manna.
White Manna. It's the burger place. It's kind of like off in the Heights.
You talking about 1 and 9, right? Yeah, 1 and 9 White Manna.
Yeah,
you get like 30 burgers for like $8, right?
Bro, White Manna, dude. That's my shit right there.
You like
dude.
that?
Hell yeah, bro. And it's right across from Ringside.
Ringside,
right?
yeah, right.
And
across from
Ringside is where Mike Tyson used to train. He trained there back in the day, and it's crazy because on the roof of Ringside, the owner, like, all right, so check it out. White Manna, I have this corner in the place, and it's called Tyson's Corner because Mike Tyson would be training in Ringside, and then he'd go for burgers after training
over
at
there.
White Manna. Right?
Yeah.
So they have this corner, this little booth, and it's called Tyson's Corner, right? And so like he had like a big relationship with the guy who owned Ringside, and then they got so close together that when he had this like flock of pigeons, right? Because Mike Tyson loved his pigeons and shit. They actually keep like a part of like his pigeons on the roof of Ringside.
Yeah, I heard
right?
he know more about Jersey City than me.
I'm big into the history, bro. Like I'm a little bit of a history geek, low key, high key actually. But and it's actually funny if you that one weird road that's right, like the only way to really get to Ringside, right, to park in their parking lot.
Oh, that little back way.
Yeah, that little back way.
Yeah.
When you driving on that back way, if you kind of park your car like a little bit across the street from it, and you look up, you could see the pigeon coop and everything.
Oh yeah,
and it says like Tyson's Pigeons up there, bro.
I'm about to go by there and go see what's going on.
It's fire, bro, and I love it, dude. And everybody in there, bro, like that type of feeling there. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people who don't like realize like how much good shit, and people just take things from Jersey. There's this big burger show on YouTube. I forget what it's called, but it's done by the company At First We Feast. And they did a whole interview in White Manna, man. And even like there's secret parts of Jersey City too. They have like art installations that happen all the time over there, and I'm in love with that shit, bro. I'm in love with it. And yeah, I just think like people sleep on it a lot. You know, a lot of people sleep on Jersey.
Yeah,
a lot of people sleep on Jersey, but I can't, like I said, like I can't blame them because I feel like we haven't found the glue to really bring us together.
We just need one artist to hit mainstream, and that can like sit down and pull everybody together.
But don't you feel like Coi Leray could do that? Or
she don't even like. So I feel I do. I feel like Coi Leray can do it. I feel like academics could do it, but they won't do it. Like Coi Leray don't even. Somebody told me like Coi Leray. I love Coi Leray, bro. I follow her. I post comments under. I post comments under every picture she ever posts, and I love her personality. I love her as an artist. I love everything that she built for herself. Like I fucking love Coi Leray as a artist, everything about her, everything. I got her album on my phone. It's in my recently played. Like I listened to everything about that girl. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like the new shit she just. We was just driving out here listening to Involved. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, come pull up on me, and me head until I come. I love Coi Leray. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, I was told that she don't even represent Jersey. But if someone was to sit her down and talk to her, like, yo, Coi, look, you can really have the state right now behind you if you just tap in with us. Not like 100 of them. Not 100. Get 4. Glue the top 4 together, and then then the next 4 gonna glue together. Then the next 4 gonna glue together. Next thing you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Coi could do it. Coi Leray could definitely do it. I'm trying to get next to her. I'm trying, like, she's about to go on tour real soon. So, you know, hopefully my team, I lock it in with her team, we get on tour. If I get on tour with her, I'm telling her straight, I'm like, Coi, look, yo, like, you got it right now. You probably think the state don't fuck with you, but the state fuck with you. You know what I mean? The state fuck with Coi Leray. And like, do it for us. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you feel are like the biggest cities in Jersey that are really pushing this movement?
None. Like nobody's pushing the Jersey movement. Not one. Like artists are like, like Bandman, his profile is like I'm so Jersey. And you got my boy Mr. Jersey Drill, his Instagram is Mr. Jersey Drill. Like they pushing Jersey, like the music and stuff like that. But we're not coming together. You know what I'm saying? If Bandman and Mr. Jersey Drill was to do a song, that would be hard. And then everybody else and like all the artists will post it, that would be hard. You know what I'm saying? But because I feel like Bandman is on a different level than everybody, he ain't gonna want to work with nobody under him. You know what I'm saying? He just want to make it to the top and then work with the top niggas instead of like pulling that. I'm just like not saying like that exactly what it is. I'm just saying like how I look at it.
No, yeah, for sure. I think a common theme that I've had across a lot of podcasts is that, collaboration is key. You're not gonna get anywhere without collaboration. I mean, and it's a testament to even what I'm doing here. I did this whole project back in June. I called it June in Jersey, where I just 30 days, 30 podcasts, and I just recorded. It was strictly just for people from Jersey.
Yeah.
And what was interesting was like talking to all the artists, because I feel like a lot of people who I had on June in Jersey, a lot of them were like just on the come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just starting their journey, but they didn't know where to look. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you're into sports at all, but
A little bit.
I'm kind of thinking about this game as like, how sports do it. For example, like you got like, for example, football. You watch football at all?
Yeah.
Right? When does anybody start playing football? When they're kids. You know what I mean? And they have programs of people who come up.
Oh,
right?
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
And
So you
they're
try and breed them while they're young, like breed them
you
early.
breed them while they're young, but it's crazy. The game's tough. Not everybody's gonna make it to an NFL. So where does that sift start going through, right? So middle school people, after you're done with middle school, you go to high school, right? Everybody goes to high school, and only some of those kids from some of those high schools actually get to go play like D1 in college. Very few, right? And then some of those kids in college, very few actually get drafted into the NFL. But you know what? It's like, how many of those kids who didn't make it to the NFL, how many of those kids who didn't make it to D1 are now like coaches for like the people who need to grow into that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, like who's our generation's coaches? You know what I mean? Like, we talk about academics, we talk about, other people who do stuff, but they're out in New York. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I see and hear about any big shows that they've put on, it feels like money grabs to me.
Yeah.
I had this guy on, his name is Turkish Royale. I don't know if you ever heard his name.
I saw the what did you put the clip out like a week or two ago?
Yeah. He was one of the, like, I forget what part of June in Jersey he was at, but he was probably one of like the last week I had there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've seen the clip like going around. He was talking about how he would go to these events held up by these bigger guys, these big dogs, and obviously their name draws a crowd, right? Their name draws a crowd, but then they're like, yo, like, little bro, like, like sell all these tickets, and then like, I'll give you like a 5% piece. And like my boy was literally saying like, I forget. It wasn't academics. It wasn't an academic show. I forgot what show he did for this big celebrity or whatever. But he basically made this guy like 2 racks and got like 200 in return, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just a money grab. And all the people who showed up was his peoples,
Yeah.
It was all his peoples. So he actually runs his own. He runs his own show now. It's called Mad Minds.
Yeah.
They're actually having the first event tomorrow. By the time this podcast goes up, it would already happen.
Yeah.
But dude, he gets like all these artists together, and he gets like 300 people showing up, 350 people showing up.
Really?
And it's all like self-made artists, like indie artists.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's like not really seen in Jersey.
That's somebody I got plugged with.
For sure.
I feel like yo, like I said, like, but even if like we were just talking about the Corley Ray thing, even if Corley Ray don't do it, it might take you to sit down with like a few artists, you know what I mean, from Jersey, and like try to pull it together. It could be literally. Somebody just gotta tell them about themselves. Niggas got ego, but they don't even see that they got the ego. I'm winning, these niggas losing, I'm up, they down, you know what I mean? But it takes somebody up like, yo, bro, like chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, calm the fuck down. Like when I'm around, when I run into artists, like I don't ever try to stand next to them and compete. I'm with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got the bigger watch. I got the bigger chain. I got the big. I be talking to niggas regularly. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yeah, the friendly competition part of it is great. You know what I mean? This is hip hop, but let's be a little bit more humble with each other. You know what I'm saying? And like you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't work with each other, let's just still fuck with each other enough to put the state on the map.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it don't take a big thing to do that.
Let's get into your music, dude.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's get into your music.
Yeah.
So I think what's interesting about your music, so one of your songs is called Inshallah, right?
Inshallah, I'ma make it back.
Is Inshallah like what is that from? Is that Muslim or is that
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, yeah.
All right,
Inshallah means like God willing.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does your religion play into your music? And also like when actually let's not answer that question yet. When we get into when did you start really becoming like, like in tune with like, your religion?
So I'm a convert. I converted to Islam when I was like 15. Nobody in my family was Muslim. I looked up to this dude from my projects. His name was WAP Abdul Rahim, and like him and this other dude named Fresh, they was down with each other. Like when growing up, they was like the ones with the money from drugs. You know what I mean? Selling candy. They was the ones. So I looked up to them. So he became Muslim, and like he used to always talk to me about it. And I just always wanted to be just like him. And like I remember one time I went to Philly to go see my pops, and somebody was like, "Yo, you know if you Muslim," a girl was like, "You know if you Muslim, you can have 4 wives and shit like that." I'm like, "What?" And and that's when I started. God said He'll pull you to Him by the things that you like. So when she told me that, I started like wanting to know about it. And then I remember one time I was watching Malcolm X, the movie, and like the next day I just walked to the masjid and I just like took my shahada. The first person in my family. Now my mom's a Muslim, everybody Muslim.
You said shahada?
Yeah, shahada.
Well, what is that exactly?
That's like when you convert. That's like when you convert.
And what's that process like? Like
yeah, so you basically just the imam is like you Christian by any chance?
Yeah, I am.
So like a pastor, like an imam's like a pastor. You know what I'm saying? So like he just tell you to say like you openly bear witness that there is no other God but Allah, and that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his obedient servant and messenger. And the reason why it's like that is because most religions believe that their prophets is a God instead of believing that their prophet is a prophet. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So like when you convert to Islam, they like, look, there's only one God, no matter what you call him, God, and the prophet is a obedient server and messenger of God. You understand? Not like he's God. He's the Holy Ghost, Spirit, divine one, the Son. He's a prophet. I mean, so that's what it is.
No, yeah, for sure, and it's crazy. I just wanted to correct myself for a second.
Yep.
I grew up Christian, but I'm not really religious anymore. But not necessarily in a bad way. And it's actually interesting. I had this conversation with Samad because Samad had mentioned it too.
Samad a Muslim?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Samad's dope, bro. And I think his religion really plays into like not necessarily into his music, but like how he talks and the way he holds himself.
Yeah.
And the things he say. I'm like, word, no, like I really respect the shit out of that. And actually, even more recently, I kind of been tapping into the Muslim religion a lot because I'm very spiritual. I grew up Christian, and I went and I got like baptized, and I did the whole like the Sunday school and everything. But something just never felt right about it, or not necessarily like it didn't feel right, but it didn't feel like enough. You know what I mean? I didn't like. I'm like saying like, what God am I really getting close to? So then I started going through this whole spiritual journey. And my background, I'm Peruvian, right?
Okay.
And even specifically going down into my roots, I'm Incan.
Okay.
And the Incans were like this whole like native Peruvian tribe, and they believe in the sun god and all this stuff. They had like witch doctors, and all this stuff. And I'm really into just like my spirituality in the universe. And it's funny because me and Samad were having a conversation about this, and basically how I see it is like. I'm not great at explaining it, but it's like the universe is God, right? And I really believe in 3 pillars, which is peace, love, and unity, right?
Yeah.
And I find that like within all these religions that I look into, Judaism, Christianity, the Muslim religion as well, like there's so many beautiful things within it that all interconnect. And I'm for right now, like at least where I am in my life, like I'm really just trying to see like the beauty and live within all of them. And actually, a podcast that I had too that might be interesting for you to watch. I had this priest come on.
What?
Yeah, on the podcast, and he also happens to be my therapist.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And we had this whole conversation about like religion and all this stuff because I was talking to him, and he does therapy for like like all these different people, and like he might not agree with them, but I'm like, yo, like how are you a priest then? Like like you helping this guy who's like gay, or you helping this woman who went through trauma because she aborted her baby, and now you have to help her and heal her through her trauma. And I was like, but you don't believe in that. Like, how, like you don't shun her. Like, you don't make her feel like shit.
Yeah.
And it was just an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But you wanted to say something, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason why you feel like all those religions connect because they do. It's only one God. It was 124,000 prophets. We only speak about a few of them. Jesus. Like people think that Muslims don't believe in Jesus, but if you ever read the Quran, Jesus is mentioned more than Muhammad. Like we believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in Jesus. Me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Muslim. But it was 124,000 prophets. So, and all those prophets taught one thing, like believe in God. You know what I mean? Like, whatever like the cultural part of it was, you know what I'm saying? Like people add their cultural things to their religion, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I feel like it's so divided, but when you think about it, it's so together because it's, you know what I mean? The oneness of God. But yeah.
Word. So let's go back to your music. So you were talking about how you feel like more recently, like your music has really taken a different change.
Yeah.
Like, or a development. What do you think has developed in between like where you felt like less comfortable then to now like comfortable with what you're doing now?
Because like I said, it's more so like I would make music before on what I think the fans wanted to hear or what I think was like popping to say. Now it's just like, yo, I'm gonna just speak what I'm going through, what I did, who I'm fucking with, who I'm not fucking with, and that connect more because like when I hear my music now, it's like damn that was real, like you know what I'm saying, like the people around me who know me and knew that I was beefing with this one person, and when I said like at the end of the Get What You Want song, I was saying, Lord, please forgive me, but I'm glad this person is dead. I don't want to say that person's name. I said, Lord, please forgive me, but I'm glad such and such is dead. The people who know me, they was like, damn, like, that's real. Like, you know what I mean? I connect with that more than whoever see him spin him 30 shots, hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, damn, I felt that more than this. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just like really, I just like talk about shit that I'm going through in life instead of shit that I've been through in life and shit that other people go through. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you?
No, yeah. For sure.
Just get a little bit more relatable with my fans and myself. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So you talk about your fans, and we had talked to previously before. Your fans have like a certain name that you give them, or
Yeah, the members. I call them members. Yeah, I call them members. Yeah.
So talk to me about that then.
Yeah, I love y'all, man. This the camera right here?
Yeah.
It's I love y'all, man. The members. You know what I'm saying, everybody that support me, everybody that tapped with me, everybody that fuck with me. People come and go. You know what I mean? They might listen to a song, like one song, but not like dig into anything else. You know what I mean? Whatever. But the members is like, they really tapped in. They go back to the old shit. They go back. They be like just posting me up without me even asking them. You know what I'm saying? And I got on YouTube. It's just on YouTube. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it's like a button that you could become a member. You know what I'm saying? So like mad people have been hitting that button to become a member. So I was like, man, these are all the members. You know what I'm saying? These are all of us, 4DM, for the members. You know what I'm saying? Then I did the merch behind it. The merch went flying off the shelf. And I was like,
congratulations for that, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But the merch went flying off the shelf. So it was just like, I bet. Like, and I did an interview before, and I was just like, and I just solidified it in my last interview. Like, yo, the members, like, this what we on. Like, this what we doing. 4DM for the members who waited. I was going to drop a tape called For the Members Who Waited. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how we got here. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate all the members. I appreciate all my fans and all my supporters. But if you're a member, it's like, it's different. Like, we like locked in. Like, I really be like my DMs is, you know how you got that 99 requests, but I don't even have that. I probably got like 12 people in that motherfucker. Cause I gotta see who fucking with me.
For sure.
If you act Hollywood and I answer, what? You know what I mean? I answer everybody. I fuck with your music. They got 35 followers and they could be following 160 people. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? What song you fucking with? They send me a screenshot, I bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in with you too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, the members, they different. I fuck with that.
So I'm interested, because it's funny. I feel like social media is a weird fucking place, bro. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie, dude.
Yeah.
When was the first moment where you started kind of seeing like some actual success come off? You know what I mean? Or shit start popping off, and how did that make you feel?
yo, it's crazy because it's crazy because like it's always been like my thing is that I'm never consistent. You understand? I'll drop a song, that shit'll do like good with streaming, and I'll drop a song like 6 months later. You know what I'm saying? 9 months later, or 4 months later. I'm never consistent. Now that I'm more consistent, because of the music, that's what it is. Like the music, like I always go back to the music. But now that I'm more consistent, and like now that I'm cultivating the fan base, and now that my fan base got a name, it's like I'm starting to see it. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I was on YouTube looking at people's views, and I was never into that. I was never into like looking. I'm not like I'm taking this down because it only got 30 likes. I'm taking this down because it only got 600 views. I'll leave that shit up. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like my audience, the members, they gonna fuck with it. I don't give a fuck. If you look at it and you be like, oh, this nigga he ain't winning. Nigga, I just sold 30 hoodies. You know what I'm saying? My fans told me I'm winning. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if I got 2 comments. So, the fuck I was just saying.
Remember how shit. I fucking just
Yeah,
blanked out.
yeah.
That happens, bro. It's all good. No, it's all good. It's all
Wait a minute,
good.
smoke yet? But I think I was saying. Anybody know what I was saying? I forgot. Yeah, anyway, so. Oh yeah. We was talking about like how you. I guess you were saying like how you scale it, or when you started seeing success. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. All right.
success.
So yeah. So like me like making better music, making bigger visuals, me cultivating my fan base, me selling more merch, me trying to put together this tour, is like I am feeling it now. You know what I'm saying? And opposed to before, like I'll drop one song, do good, people will fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Then those people will fall off, some people will stay. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm feeling it because it's more consistent.
You know what? But it's wild to kind of look at, because I feel like a lot of people don't even get to the position you're at. You know what I mean? And it's like, for example, you got some fire like quality videos that are out. You know?
Oh, this is what I was saying. My bad.
Yeah.
My
No,
bad.
you
You just brought it up to me. So I was saying, I was never into like the numbers. I was never like a person that like I'm not gonna push this because it's not doing well with numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I was on YouTube the other day and I was looking at artists from Jersey. You know, just artists in my caliber, whatever. And I was looking at they doing like 100-something thousand, 300,000, million plays, but they comments would be like 140. 200. You know what I mean? I got videos on YouTube right now with a my Get What You Want, my Get What You Want song that I just dropped. So I released it on the 7th. On the 16th, my video got taken down off of YouTube. And it got put back up on the 23rd or something like that, right? But already, so because of, like, you know, like that 8-day gap, I lost 8 days worth of views. But when it went back up, people ran it up. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm probably at what 5,000-6,000 views as of the date of this interview, but I got like 300 comments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, and you know what? I think that's a great point that you bring up, because back in January, I was trying to look for side hustles to kind of find out like what's gonna support what I do, right? Because believe it or not, and it's funny, I'm gonna keep saying this until it changes. To this point, I still have not made even a dime off the podcast.
Really?
Completely have done it for free. Completely side hustle shit.
All of this right here is just like,
all of this here that you're looking at is shit that I've worked for and just put together.
and this
Like,
is nice, y'all. I don't know if you ever did like a behind the scenes, but this is when I saw your content, I didn't think it was gonna be all of this.
I appreciate it. Dude.
I ain't thinking
for
of
sure
all this.
appreciate it. And you know what? I couldn't do it without my partners who are here for sure.
Yeah.
But like for example, the camera, the lights, you know, the office, everything that I've invested into it was all just like years of working at Cinnabon, years of cutting lawns, painting houses, and I still should do that shit today, dude. This whole past week, and especially like the month of July, because June in Jersey was crazy for me, and it did crazy numbers, and I was super happy, and I was like, I'm gonna take a 2-week break. That's what I'm gonna do, right? That 2 weeks turned into a month, dude, because
Really?
I needed time, and I needed to also kind of recruit my money, because like for June, I just did this, and we're not sponsored yet. We're not like, you know, doing any advertisements, and I want to get into merch. You know, I definitely want to get into merch. I definitely want to make some fire shit. But even your merch, bro, I'm actually interested. So how did you end up getting that started, and who produces your merch? Like who designs it?
Anaya. That's my creative director. She do anything like visual, artwork, videos, merchandise. Anaya.
How did you meet her?
Anaya used to print up people clothes, like press-ons, and like she do everybody's shit in Jersey, just about. I mean, like everybody. And I remember like I ran into her, and I was like, for the people who really know me, I had this brand called Organic. You know what I mean, she did the logo for me, and then like me being on the phone with her talking to her, she just like she really believed in me. She's like, damn, out of everybody I fuck with, it's something about you that I really and then she became my assistant. You know what I mean, and when she became my assistant, she was just like doing like booking like facials for me, nail appointments, doctor's appointments. She was like doing shit like that. And then one time she told me, she was like, I want to shoot a video for you one day. I want to like get a camera, shoot a video. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I want to take pictures and shit like that. And she used to always walk around me anyway with her phone, like record. Like I'll go out with my bodyguards. I got 2 bodyguards. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Allah is my bodyguard, but I got two people with guns with me legally. And like she used to, Anaya, out of nowhere, I remember one time we went to Rooftop in Jersey City downtown, and we leaving out. Because we was in Jersey City, I feel like I had 3 bodyguards at the time, and I probably had like 40 people with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all glass. So Anaya went to the other side of the glass and just like recorded me and made me look like a super. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, she kept doing shit like that. And then she was like, "Yo, I want to shoot a video for you, whatever." And I'm like, "I bet." I brought her a camera. I brought her an iMac, the all-in-one iMacs, right? Yeah, all-in-one iMac, and like she just turned that bitch up, like she, you know what I'm saying? So she created the merch. She created the merch. My fans really went towards the name of the YouTube. Once again, like let me just say this one more time, like you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that. I appreciate you watching my videos. I appreciate you liking my shit, disliking it, dropping a comment on it, saying you fuck with it or if it's corny. I appreciate all that because like you really telling me how you feel about something. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like the haters, I love y'all too because like y'all really be making me look kind of extra good by dropping a hating comment. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be running me up. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all too. But like if you really tapped in with me and you really, really fuck with me, yo, hit that member button on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if it's on the app. I'm not sure if it's on the app on the phone, but like hit that member button. If you really tapped in with me, press that member button on YouTube and like really fuck with me. But anyway, so that right there, the members and shit like that became like that driven the merch. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, let's do the merch. Let's just put members on the merch. And she was like, why don't you put Anaya was like, yo, why don't you put for the members, 4 DA members. I'm like, I like that too. And then like someone else, I forgot shorty name. I really want to shout her out. She from Hoboken Projects. What the fuck is her Instagram? Let me put that at the end if you don't mind. I really want to shout her out because she really like put it in the idea. So I used to always put members only or members and shit like that hashtag on my post. And she posted up something was like members only type shit. Hashtag members only type shit. And I like that. I'm like, ooh. And then someone else was like 4DM, like just the number 4 DM, like 4 dumb members. I'm like, ooh, I like that too. And then like it started like what's that shit called when you like a snowball?
Yeah, snowball effect.
Yeah. It started, that happened, and then people started changing like the Instagrams to like Izzy _4 DM or Fresh 4 DM or Trey 4 DM. These are actual people who I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? They started putting Danny 201 4 DM. They started putting that at the end of their names, and I was like, all right, this is something that I'm sticking to. This is something I'm rocking with, and I like it too. You know what I'm saying? It makes me more personable with the people that really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I want to get into, it's funny how you talk about the haters, bro, because I love that shit, bro. I think that's just hilarious.
That shit be driving me, yo. That shit be driving me.
It's not funny. Back in, when was this? Maybe this was 2018, 2017, somewhere around there, right? I'm an artist too, and at some point I would like to get back into my music, but I'm dealing with this right now. I want to build this up first.
This the bag though.
Yeah, this is the bag.
Believe it or not, this the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
This the bag.
But I remember I released one song out, right? And when I released it, I was like, you just starting out and you're doing some corny shit, you know what I mean? Making some promos and shit. And I was like, first time, anything you first do is not crazy, right? And I was walking I just came out of a Devils game at the Prudential Center.
Okay.
And we're walking the streets back into the car. Whatever.
Let's go Devils. Let's go to Jersey
Yeah,
Devils.
let's go Devils, bro, for sure. Shout out my man. He's not Devil anymore. PK Subban, bro. That's my fucking boy,
PK Subban. I was around the team. I used to go to every game. Every game they had at the Prudential Center, I used to go to every single game. And I remember when they got PK Subban's and when they got Jack Hughes, I was around for all that. You know what I'm saying? I had brought 2 front row glasses, and they was like, I used to be so invested into the team, so they used to come like, you acting like Drake when with the Raptors. I'm like, I wish we did have a basketball team, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But not to cut you off, but the New Jersey Devils mascot just followed me recently, and me and him gonna link up. So I was trying like I'm so about pulling the state together, like,
hell yeah,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because like out of all the teams that you could support, you know what I mean, like. Jersey Devils is the only one where it's like Jersey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And even like their newest jersey, well, their jersey from last season literally had Jersey on it.
Yeah,
you know
it had
what I
Jersey
mean?
on it. Yeah.
So I was like, yo, and even like, I'm not gonna lie, like when I first saw it, it wasn't my favorite like logo ever or design. But then like once I kind of just looked at it, I was like, nah, bro, I gotta rep my shit, bro.
You gotta represent the state.
For sure.
New Jersey Devils, man.
Hell yeah.
That's like a college team for us right there. You gotta represent the state. Like I like this October when they get back into the Pro, back into the Iron Rock, the Prudential Center. That's for the people who don't know.
Yeah.
But when they get back into there, I'm planning on going to every single game again. Like, I love that shit. I be smacking on the glass. Let's fucking go. What's wrong with you?
We definitely got to link up then when I head out there too, for sure.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
for
yeah.
Sure, man.
Shout out to the mascot from the Jersey Devils. His Instagram is NJDevil01 or 001, something like that. But yeah, he just followed me and shit. So I'm tapping in with him too. So, you know what I mean? We definitely got to go up with that
That's
shit.
great.
Yeah, big
That's
time.
great. That's
Big
fire,
time.
dude. What was I saying? When I left, so I left the Devils game, right? And I was with
Okay.
my boy, and we're thinking about how to do a promo for the song or something cool. So you're walking out, everybody walking out, and you see those lamp posts and they got stickers on it, right?
Uh-huh.
And I had printed out stickers of like the single,
Yeah.
artwork, right? So I was like, oh, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this sticker and I'm gonna slap it on the light of the lamp post or whatever, and I'm gonna just walk away and you'll just take a shot of me walking away, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was dope, you know what I mean? I was younger,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the fuck,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I do it, I post it up, and this is when Instagram had just introduced paid promotion ads, right?
Okay.
So I had paid the promotion for it to be released to everywhere. I'll never forget, bro. Somebody commented, and I can't remember the name. Maybe I could look into my block list. Maybe I still haven't blocked or whatever because I had blocked him after it. But it was some Newark rapper, right? And he had commented, and he's like, hey, yo, you fat shit, don't ever be putting trash around in my city. And I was like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. That shit was hilarious. And I was so happy.
Why you block him though?
Honestly, at the time, I was just like, I was scared.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was like, yo, I don't want no problems.
I don't be blocking the haters. I do not block the haters.
Yeah, because I didn't at the time, especially now, what I know about like the internet, the algorithms and everything. Any comment helps you, bro.
Yeah.
Any comment helps you, and the more people interact and the engagement, bro, the more your shit is posted out there.
I got this one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still post comments on my shit to this day, like fuck you comments, right?
Oh, damn.
But for some reason Instagram blocked, like they'll put it towards like you can only see him, but I'll be one everybody saying. I feel like this person is a real fan of mine. Let me tell you my reason why. He or she hates everything that I do, so that means like they always watching everything I do. You understand? So I'm like, yo, if you hate me that much, you're not gonna pay. You might, nah, just get out of there. But this corny. You wore that hat again. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you really paid attention. I really fuck with you for that shit. Nah, I don't fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean, I know we rolling, but can I take a piss real quick?
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
My bad. My bad, guys. My bad. All right, my bad. I'm big on content.
Nah, you Gucci.
Yeah, we
bro.
back.
You Gucci, bro. I love it, bro. So, talk to me about a little bit. You talking about this tour that you're trying to set up.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about that.
So basically, I was trying to pitch myself for the Coyle Ray tour, and I thought about it. I'm like, yo, damn, why not put together my own tour? I mean, I'm not as big as Coyle Ray, but I was like, yo, I got a solid fan base. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me put together my tour, and how I want to do it, how I'm trying to do it is like I'm hitting up artists from Jersey that has like a fan base too in different markets, and we gonna just collab together type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to my boy Rack Boy Cam, and You know what I mean? Me and him locked in and shit like that. It's my guy, 100%. You feel me? And our birthday's like a few days apart. I'm a Pisces, yeah, Pisces too. But yeah, Rag Boy Cam, you know what I'm saying? He has a solid fan base. Crazy. You know what I mean? He got Maine on Smash, so it was like that's a market. I got Boston on Smash. I got Providence. You know what I'm saying? So that's a market for us. And you know, I hit up Samad. Samad is like crazy. Samad remind me of like a J. Cole, like one of them.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Samad got a little like chip on the shoulder. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
bro. There's something about him.
Yeah, Samad is real dope. So I hit up Samad, and believe it or not, what people may not know about Samad, he humble as hell. He answers every DM right away. Yo, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Like, man.
Yeah, he's really nice, bro.
Yeah.
He's a different being.
So I hit up Samad. You know, they with it. You know what I'm saying? I would like to have like 2 other artists from Jersey. I ain't gonna say names because, you know, like I don't want to potentially make it seem like, you know, because the fans, like the people on the outside, they be like, oh, bro, don't fuck with you no more. They'll make it bigger than what it is if I say I want to get this person and that person, but this person might be going on tour already. That person might just conflict with the schedule. So if I say their names and they don't come, it's going people will make it look like it's something it's not. So, but anyway, I would like to get like 2 more artists from Jersey to so, you know, just to share the fan base, and you know they might have other markets that we could tap into, but for right now it's me, Samad, and we got Rack Boy Cam and like 3 other potential people, but we just trying to iron it out. But I feel like between us, we can most definitely between us 3, we can most definitely hit like 11 dates. You know what I'm trying to say? Collect a big bag of 11 dates real quick. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shit like that.
And where were you thinking this tour would like be? Like,
oh yeah, like the New England, Boston, Providence, Cambridge, Maine, Connecticut, of course Jersey, New York City, of course SOBs. I'm not sure about SOBs, but New York City. For right now, yeah. For right now,
for sure.
Yeah,
for
for right now.
SOBs is an interesting place. Have you been to SOBs?
Yeah, I performed at SOBs.
That's sick, dude. You know what's funny? I used to be in a rap collective. Funny enough, we were called Melting Mindset back in the day, and I think one of our biggest performances that we did, or probably the biggest performance, because we were only together for a couple of years, but was at SOB Lounge.
Yeah.
And it's a dope spot, dude. And it's like everybody like SOBs is like a legendary spot to really like get your shit at. Like, get your
SOBs don't got no motherfucking parking, man.
Yeah, nah.
No park. You cannot park nowhere. Niggas like, y'all will come out to come support you, man, but I ain't gonna be nowhere to park. Like, SOBs had the parking lot. SOBs will be the spot, man. I'm telling you, but
for sure.
Yeah, but I did a show at SOBs right before the pandemic was over, and like, it was like they wasn't letting people in who didn't have cards. You know what I mean? That shit killed my fan base. Like, not killed the fan base, but it killed the ticket sales big time. Now, I still did good with ticket sales. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, I still did good with ticket sales. But it was just like so many components that's holding you back from SOBs. You get what I'm trying to say? Like the parking, the COVID regulation. Not even the COVID regulation, because like I'm not sure if SOBs still do it or anywhere in New York City, but I know at one point in time you can't even go sit down nowhere without having a vaccine card. You know what I'm saying? But that SOBs upholding that and the parking made it a lot hard. It makes it hard for someone fan to come out to especially driving from New Jersey out there to fuck
for
with
sure,
you.
for sure. Talk to me about your performances, bro, because that's something that we didn't really tap into yet. When was the first time you actually got up on stage and like performed?
Oh man, yo. Oh, my hat messed up. Hold on.
I got you.
Hold on, my bad. My shit look ridiculous. Hey, fuck it. Yeah, listen. My first time performing was, I just remember getting on stage with like 70, 80 people, all young, dirty niggas. No, at the time, no, okay, I'm sorry. So I did my first performance after I came home, and it was like months after I came home. I paid like $150. I got like 10 tickets. I gave them to my friends. You know what I'm trying to say? Like shit like that. I didn't have no fan base. I had probably like 3 songs. I recorded off of Meek Mill's "I'm a Boss" and like some other stupid shit. You understand? And I remember getting on stage with like 80 people, baggy jeans and t-shirts. That's all you saw. That's all you saw was baggy jeans and t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? But that was my first time performing, and like I love the I'd be so nervous before I perform, but the adrenaline after that was always like rushing. But now I love to perform. I just want to perform.
Yeah.
Like I just want to perform. Like I want to position myself to be a ticket selling artist, merchandise selling artist. Like I don't want to be like known for like going to clubs and just getting a couple dollars. Like you know what I mean, 3 bands, 6 bands just to perform. I want that big bag money. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, for
Shows.
sure. It's crazy. My background too, a little bit, just so you know, is that instrument that you saw in my studio.
Yeah.
That's called a euphonium. That's what that is, right?
Oh, euphonium.
Yeah, euphonium, right? It's basically like a mini tuba.
Okay.
I come from a classical background, so like basically how I feel like music has impacted your life is kind of how it's impacted my life as well. I grew up with a weird crowd, dude. Like I grew up with like white trash ghetto and like Latino ghetto people, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it was weird, bro, because I'm from Little Falls, right? I was born in Patterson, had family all in Patterson. I grew up in this weird ass street in Little Falls, and it was like my fucking, like the parents of all my friends, like were all mixed in with fucking heroin and like all this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of what I grew up with. And around like 8th grade is like when there was a tipping point for a lot of shit, because my friends started getting into drug dealing, and then like I started getting into smoking and also like selling weed at a young age, dude. Like I remember the first weed, like the first bag of weed I ever sold, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And it was like,
You thought you was
weed.
Big Meech.
Yeah, no, dude, I thought I was fired because, dude, back then, like $20 to like a 7th grader, bro.
Yeah.
I might as well have been a rack. You know what I mean? Like I was like, God, like I could buy like like a bacon, egg, and cheese for like a week with that shit, bro. Like, what? You crazy,
Yeah.
right? And I found music sometime like after 8th grade, and that kind of like changed the trajectory of my whole life,
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was always this weird minority Latino kid with all these like white people and all the, and I would go to these big stadiums and like not stadiums, I would go to all these big concert halls, and I'd be playing with these people, and I could never even afford like my private teacher, and I would like mow his lawn, clean his house just to pay for like like the lessons and shit.
Yeah.
And doing that, I feel like it changed everything for me in that sense. And the performing aspect of it is like so addicting.
Yeah.
And it's better than anything I've ever found. I wouldn't say it's better than sex, because I mean, like, that's its own thing. But like, bro, like performing, dude, and the adrenaline, you get the energy that you get from people
right.
when
Yeah,
they're there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would take that over anything, dude. Like,
Absolutely.
like every single time.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy. And honestly, like this podcast and even have the camera and like doing this, like it doesn't really give me that rush, like, right, like performing, but it kind of gives me like a little bit of a tingle, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like smoking weed, and like, this is like my Nick pen,
Yeah. I get what you're trying to say. Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
what
how
was
I
the best moment you've had performing so far?
I really like up my performance, like my show sets. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll give you like 15 minutes. Me as an artist, I feel like 15 minutes is way too long to me. You know what I mean? I see people get on stage 15 minutes, they lose the crowd after 7. You know what I mean? Like if you just think about that. You've been to a lot of shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you been in the crowd and you just got lost after 7 minutes with somebody?
No, yeah, for sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what I would do is like either I would get, like, let's say if I'll do a show at SOBs, right? I'll try to get like 2 other artists to perform with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them go, one go, he'll get 2 minutes. Let her go, she'll get 2 minutes. 4, I'll come, I'll close it out. Or 3, 6, 9, I give like 3 people, and I'll take like the short amount of time. Just because I just want to get up there, hit them with 3 bangers, fuck with the crowd, and jump in that motherfucker if I could, you know what I'm trying to say? And like, out of there. Connect with whoever I gotta connect with, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get a mascot right now. I'm ordering a mascot of myself for my shows, so my mascot could come out at the shows. Like,
That'd be great.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mascot gonna be in the crowd though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not on stage.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like I just, it's just small shit like that. Like even with my merchandise at the shows, like I got like a whole little merch team. I mean, 3 people. One person that set up the table, the backdrop, the lights and shit like that. Cause certain venues be dark, so you want your shit to shine. You know what I'm saying? And then you got somebody that collect the money, and you also got somebody that, 2 people that collect the money and sell the merch, you know what I'm saying? Like bright people that talk, you know what I mean? Not just what you want. Besides, I mean, people that, hey guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, all that shit brings a different look to you as an artist, and it helps the merch sell. You know what I mean?
For sure. Talk to me about, Because there's no way that you've been doing this for this long, right?
Uh-huh.
And you haven't had like an embarrassing or like a performance that just like wasn't it, you know?
Yeah.
Can you remember any point like that? And like
Yeah,
how
man.
was it and what did you do about it?
Mad times, mad times. You know what? Embarrassing. Like, what you mean embarrassing? Like,
Not embarrassing, but I mean like sometimes like, you know, like even me, I've been on stage before and either like I've messed up like a lyric or like I've messed up something or maybe like the crowd's dying, I don't know what to do, and it's just like, damn, I'm gonna do my shit here and whatever, bro. But then you walk off and you're like, you know, like
oh, I so I did a show at Paperbox. Did a show at Paperbox in New York City. I did Paperbox 3 times, and all 3 times I sold that bitch out. All 3 times I did Paperbox, I sold them out. But I did a show at Paperbox one time, like one of my very beginning shows, and I remember like the DJ. I'm like, yo, play the next song. You know what I'm saying? He said, which one is the next song? I'm like, on the flash drive, bro. Like, you imagine I'm talking to the microphone, yo, bro, DJ, play the next song. He's like, which one? I'm like, the one in the that one right there. No, play that. You know what I'm saying? And but what I did was, I just fuck with the crowd. I'm like, yo, my bad, yo, man. It's, know what I mean? Oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit like that. Yo, so, you know, when you, because nobody's perfect. And once you try to be perfect, it takes, like, niggas be like, all right, get him out of here. He's trying to be too cool. But when you actually fucking with the crowd, like, yo, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, DJ fucking up or, damn, I forgot that lyric. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you address your mistakes, they saw it. You might not think they didn't see it, but if they, you know what I'm saying? If you address that shit, they'll fuck with you more. They're like, damn, he like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I, you know what I'm saying? So all the embarrassing, or if I had like a fucked up show, I always like just took it as I'm just grateful to do this show, and like I'll like if it's like 5 good things that happen and 2 bad things, the 5 is better than the 2. So you know what I'm saying? I think about it, but like, I bet we did these 5. You know what I mean?
what could people expect from a performance when they go and see you?
They gotta come and see me. They gotta come in. They gotta. If I tell you the performance, we already know. They gotta just come and see. But I have like a set. I don't just get on stage with the mic, pace back and forth, trying to look like something. I don't go on stage like how I used to with like 40 people. I don't go on stage with nobody. My hype man, my DJ. I don't go on stage with 100 people. I'd rather have 100 people in the front row. Like, come with me. Like, say if I bring 40 people to a show with me, everybody want to be backstage. Everybody want to be on stage looking cool. Like, nah, go get in the front row. When I'm up there, turn your lights on. Everybody else gonna turn lights on. When they see y'all, turn your lights on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's me now. So, but like, I have a whole set. Like, I have a set, and then you gotta come experience that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If you could compare yourself or say your similarities lie with any other type of artist that's out here today, who would you say like you're most similar to?
Yo, I hate answering that question because I feel like when you get asked that, when you answer that, it's like you putting yourself under someone because they're already out there, or like you're not solidified enough to say that, no, I just do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you answer that and be like, nah, you know, I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm myself. People be like, oh, he's too arrogant. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna answer it. You know what I'm saying? But I just hate answering it because of those things. You know what I mean? But
I think what you just said is an answer within itself.
yeah, I kind of want to leave it like that,
Mm-hmm.
but you're my guy, so I don't want to.
No, that's cool, bro. If you want to leave it like that, fuck
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
bro. We could leave it like that.
I would
bro.
love
I don't
to.
give a shit. But I will say this. I will ask this: who are artists then in general that you look up to? You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Who do you be listening to?
Yo, so it's more than just the music though. The music makes it, but it's more than just the music. Why I look up to this artist, Tory Lanez, Tusi, Coyle Ray, my bad. K Camp, Thames. I'm just scrolling through. Like, these are like, you know, like Dirks. Oh, Kodak Black. So let me bring it back. Coyle Ray, Kodak Black, Tusi, and Tory Lanez.
And it's crazy that you say, I feel like Tory Lanez and Kodak Black are both like controversial figures right now in like, you know, like everything that's going on with like hip hop. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kodak Black just got shot too recently, right?
Oh,
Or
I
no?
think he's got arrested for some,
Oh, he
some
just got
stupid
arrested for
shit.
some shit.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you look at them, and regardless, like I feel like you look at the interviews that they do, and especially like the people who they are, like, you know, off camera.
Yeah.
And I try to bring the realest out of anybody who I have like here on the podcast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I feel like they don't give those people the space enough.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to open the floor to that a little bit.
The reason why I like those artists is because like I'm gonna just go with Tusi, right? So when Tusi first was coming up, Tusi would go on live in his bedroom, like his bed wouldn't even be made up in his background. Like before he even got his crib, before he even got his car, I remember just watching that shit. He had like 60,000 followers, and he would always go live, just record a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like I fuck with, and like when you hear the song that comes out, you like, damn, I just watched this live when he did this. Damn, that shit is so hard. You know what I'm saying? So in the same reason for Tory Lanez, you know what I mean? And Tory, it was like, yo, when he dropped something and he like sold out in a couple minutes, like he sold something for $1 and a million people just brought it for $1. It just showed that his fan base was active. It showed that even when you couldn't do shows, he came out with some quarantine radio by mistake, but he saw it and kept doing it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he just do his shows, the way he just structure his life, you know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Coyle Ray too, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Calahoochie too. Calahoochie. I like her as an artist. I was this was like when I first moved to my apartment. I saw her on live recording too, and she dropped like 4 songs, and all 4 of the songs she recorded on live. Like I love that shit. You record it, you drop it, then you know you do some shows off for it. Whether it's a big tour or whether it's like 6 shows that you just did, 250 people per show. Like that's the shit that, because you don't have to be as big as Lil Baby to make a few $100,000 a year in this industry. You don't have to be that big. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, if God give you that blessing, then great. But you don't have to go for that. You could still be amongst. Look at Tory Lanez. He's blackballed from every playlist in the world. But look at him. You think he's hurting? He's still, monthly listening still going up, still dropping great music still. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, my bad. Kodak Black too. I fuck with Kodak Black. To me, Kodak Black and Young Thug are like, gotta be top 5 when it comes to lyrics. They gotta be. The way they deliver it, the way they say certain shit, the way they like gotta be. You know what I'm saying? So that's my pick right there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's crazy because Kodak Black specifically, you know what I mean? When you listen to his music, and I always talk about just the artists, we as humans, you know, like we really go off of things that are visceral. Visceral meaning like something that really hits to the core of your heart.
Oh,
right?
visceral.
So like, for example,
write that down for me. Visceral.
For example, when somebody like if somebody's hurting, right? Like for example, if you ever looked at a movie and let's just like set up a scene, right? A mom and she loses her child, and that scream that you have of pain that comes from that, right?
Yeah.
That scream would be described as like a visceral scream, because that scream, like you feel instantly everything that she's going through, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, how do we add that visceral feeling into our music? And like, how do you like describe that? Like, how do you communicate everything that's inside here through a mic into somebody's ear? And I feel like when you listen to a lot of Kodak's music,
definitely do that.
Like you feel that.
He be off beat, sometimes not even rhyming, but you just feel that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's crazy, and it's weird because sometimes it's hard to separate the art from the person.
Yeah.
You know, because regardless of whatever Kodak do and the shit he gets mixed up in, like, you know, unfortunately, you know, even J. Cole talks about it in his songs. You know, like his art by itself is beautiful.
Yo, Kodak is fire, boy.
So, we're getting pretty close to the end of the interview. I do have a couple more questions for you, though.
Yeah.
One thing I want to talk about is, talk to me about your music writing process then. How's your process when you're making music?
I just like punch in. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I got a studio. I got a U87 microphone in my apartment with speakers in like an Apollo Twin and a Mac. You know what I'm saying? So
U87, fire.
Yeah, I got
That's
the U87.
Dang.
Got the
All
Big
right,
Daddy.
good for you, man.
Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'll go and I'll be in the crib. Like I'll just like say a producer just sent me a beat recently. One of my producers. Like I said, I only work with 3 people, other people who be sending me beats, I'll listen to it. If I fuck with it, I'll grab it. But I don't like to fuck with outsiders when it comes to beats, because simple reason, to get what you want, the producer had gave me the beat, you know what I'm saying? And I put it out. And then like he contacted YouTube to take it down. And he was like, yo, I've been trying to hit you for the money, this and third. And it was like, yo, you could have hit the person who introduced us. You could have hit me on DM. You could have emailed me. If my text messages wasn't going through, or my phone was dead, or my phone was off, whatever. There's other ways you could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hitting YouTube and then telling them to take down the video, and then you're going to get your little bit of change. You wasn't asking for nothing crazy. Like, I understand you was asking for something crazy, but you ain't asking for nothing crazy. Like, you know you was going to get that from me. Every time you saw me, I was always up. Every time you saw me, I'm in the foreign. Like, nigga, like, live in a condo. Like, I ain't going to play for a little bit of money. So, but you contact YouTube. Now we got to wait a week to get my video up. I done did the whole rollout for this song. I did the whole rollout for this video. And because of like, you not, understanding the process and the art, how people spend thousands of dollars on videos, thousands of dollars on pushing the song before the song even drops. And for you to do that shit is like, that's my reason why I don't like to fuck with any other producer besides the people that fuck with me. You understand? And like, I just had to put that out there because that just happened to me. My video just got put back up like 6 days ago. Just literally got put back up. You know what I'm saying? And that shit really frustrated me because like he sent me a screenshot. Like, yo, bro, I've been texting you. And I'm like, yo, none of them said delivered, but you could have got in contact with me any other way instead of doing all of this. You understand that shit? Imagine you put anyway. Let me not. So a producer just sent me some shit recently. One of my guys just sent me some shit, and I ain't recorded to it yet. But I was just like in the car freestyling. I remember I said a word. I said I voice noted from my other phone, like I'll play the beat from this one. I'll voice note from this phone, and then like whatever like 2 or 3 bars I voice noted from, I'll lay that down. Then I'm like, what I did with what I brought her last week. Okay, let me put this in there. Oh damn, what the fuck that nigga said to me that one time? I didn't put this in there. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever round. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So that's how I do it.
Fire. I think I have just a few more questions for you.
No, take your time. Like yeah.
What's the hardest parts of this industry that you've found so far? Like now that you in it and you live in it, and now you like you on the come up.
Dealing with people that just want money instead of actually like taking the money. Of course, everybody got to eat. You know what I mean? But like not really doing what they're supposed to be doing with it. Like people that sell you a dream, and then when you actually give them the money, you be like, damn, oh, you could have just told me this from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. But yeah, it's just working with other people, and like other people either not being honest about what they could do, or like half-assing what they do, or dealing with like the producer I just dealt with from the Get What You Want instrumental. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like people who just like that. You know what I'm saying? But I necessarily can't blame them because they probably got fucked over thousands of times by people. You understand? Like that producer, he might have thought that I was gonna pay him. He might have thought that. You know what I'm saying? But I never once indicated to him or came off to him, or we've been in the studio from 12. I remember me and him used to lock in from 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. every day for like a month. And you mean to tell me you hit YouTube to take my video down? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like shit like that bothers me. Everything else is just like I just stick in my little bubble. I hit niggas if I hit people up. Yo, let's work. They hit me back. We in it. If not, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? On to the next. I got my little team now. Music is great. I'm just focused on putting out great visuals with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got like 60 songs of my new sound, my new wave. You know what I'm trying to say? Like 60 songs. So just trying to put visuals to everything with Anaya. You know what I mean? Real soon I want to drop a video like a probably like not like a documentary, like a 7-minute something for my fans, for all the members, and like let them pay whatever they want. Like for sale though, 99 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever you want to give me. Just pay whatever you want, and it's yours. I want to do. I'm working on that right now. With the tour, but yeah.
For sure, dude. For sure, and I respect that. And it's hard to deal with those type of people. And it's crazy. I don't think people realize, like, when you find someone who loves what they do and don't really care about the money, and it's weird. It's a, I think with life it's always a balance. You know, it's a balance because it's like it's not like don't not care about the money. You know what I mean? Because the money's gonna keep you fed, and gonna keep your family right, you gonna keep your house straight, and your own peace of mind in there too. But like when you really just do something because you love it, I think it really speaks for itself.
Yeah, I just got another booking right now. I just got a booking.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah,
That's sick, man.
my manager just hit me for a booking. Yeah, so you know what I mean. God's great.
I wanna talk about it a little bit because you had mentioned to me in the DMs that you just got you signed to somebody, or how did that process work out?
Oh yeah. So with Video, so I didn't sign with them yet. I didn't sign with Video yet. I want to just up my profile a little more before I go sit with them. I really want to do like a joint venture because I feel like me and my team, the team that I have now, can do like endless things in this industry. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get like a joint venture with them because there's a lot of shit that Video. I love Video. I love the staff over there. I love my A&R Teach. He I don't think he's an A&R anymore. I think he's somebody important over there now. But I still have a good relationship with him. Like I love everything about them. Like, if I have an issue with something, Teach usually on it. Video usually on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I just love the way their system works. That when I'm in it, when I build myself up to a position to get a joint venture, I would like go to Video first. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful enough to have the opportunity to even do that with the people that I fuck with over there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they pay me on time. You know what I'm saying? There's never no issues with nothing. Like your Video is just a bomb, yo. I love Video big time. Like I fuck with Video. I feel like any artist, I ain't even call you up. I feel like any artist and any independent artist that that's like coming in this and don't know who to distribute their music with or whatever, I would say like go to Video. Go to Video to get your music distributed. They fast with emails. They fast. Like no disrespect to no other services. I'm not gonna say that they're the platforms because I said Video name, but like the other platforms, like you gotta, this happened. You gotta wait to 24 hours. They're gonna send you an email saying that they got your email. Then you gotta wait for them to email you about that, and you gotta email them back, and then wait for like 3 days. It's never like a, you know what I'm saying? With Video, they're usually on point. I'm talking about them on the distribution aspect side of it. Mm-hmm. But now I'm on the label side of it, and I love them even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's sick, dude. That's sick for sure. I want to ask this question: where's the main money? What's the money maker here, dude?
Huh?
What's the money maker in this whole artist process?
Shows and merchandise. Any art, no matter if you as big as Drake or as small as me, shows and merchandise. Unless you're getting like an endorsement deal or a feature. You know what I'm saying? But like shows and merchandise is the biggest.
And how much could you expect to make from a show? Like, for example, a 300-person show, a 600-person show. Like, what's the differences? And when was like the first time that you actually like made a bag off a show?
It depends, right? So you run it up like this, right? So let's say if you can't charge a promoter or anybody 5 racks to do a 250. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me see something. Let me get my calculator real quick. Let me see something. So let's say it's a 250, right? 250 venue at 25. What did I say? 250, right?
Yeah.
That's only $6,000. That's only $6,250. And if you charge a promoter 5 racks, what money is he making? $1,250. And he gotta pay his DJ. He gotta pay security. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person that you gotta just like, what type of venue is it? How many people? How many artists? What's the ticket sales like already? Or like what you expect me to do as far as ticket sales, and then I'll go off it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to give me 10, give me 30. Like nigga, I ain't even making that much after I pay you. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to work with everybody, be fair with everybody, because the experience that I'm getting behind that, the if I have to travel and bring my team out behind that, to go out and to different cities or into to enjoy whatever they got going on, food, art, whatever. I mean, just to bring my team like that. And to like grow my fan base, because I might get out there and get 30 new fans that's gonna fuck with me when I come back home, and them 30 new people, I might make more for those 30 people than I did this show. You know what I'm saying? Those 30 people might buy merchandise for the next 2 seasons, or they might fuck with me for the next. You know what I'm saying? That I might make more than what I made at this show. So the experience behind everything, I'm loving that. You know what I'm saying? Whether I come back home and only put $2,000 in my safe from that, and I'm good with everything else. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's just me.
I wanted up now to open up the floor because we're coming pretty close to the end of the podcast. But I want to open up the floor to anything that you felt like you wanted to say that maybe you didn't get to, or like anything like that was on your mind that you wanted to talk about.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with me. If you fucking with me, it's a difference between fucking with me. It's the difference between supporting me and being a member. It's the difference between being a fan of supporting the member. I encourage all my fans to turn into supporters. I encourage all my supporters to turn into members. And how you could do that is like, you don't necessarily need money to be a member. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, you know, the merchandise and shit like that, but like, nigga, just tap in, like, share my music, put my shit in your story, the lyrics. Like, I be getting people telling me like, yo, you know, I heard the Lexi Soul freestyle, and at the end of that, like, this one girl, her Instagram is Gabby, whatever. I'm gonna take this clip and put her Instagram on it. She was like, yo, I never prayed until you started saying, like, cause in my stories I post up prayer better than sleep every morning, like 4:35 a.m. I post that up because that's the time I pray. And then my song, I said at the end, like, you know, I was just talking about like how I used to always chase something but never get it, and then once I like gave up on like trying to please everybody but God, everything went up for me. So, you know, people like that. So people come back and, you know, they tell me like, yo, damn, yo, I fuck with this song. There's one thing you said. I put my cousin onto it. I downloaded this to my playlist. Or, you know, they just posted themselves driving to my song in a car, posting me up constantly. That's a member. You've tapped in with me. I go live. Like, my live, I don't have a lot of followers, but I go live, I get about like 300 people, 400 people on my live. We just talked about it with the YouTube. I don't have 1 million views or nothing, but I saw people recently. I just was on YouTube the other day looking at my competition, not even my competition. I'm looking at my peers, and they all got like 1 million, 500,000 views, and I'm doing the same comments or better than them. So I know the members is solid. I know my fan base is solid. You know what I'm saying? I just want to grow that.
Word, for sure.
And that's it.
Before we end the podcast, I have one more question for you, dude.
Yep.
Everybody knows that this is a whole journey, and many times in my life, and I think with a lot of other artists that I've talked to, even now doing this with the podcast and everything, there's many points where you might feel like it might not work out, that you might have doubt within yourself, or the low, you know, like rock bottom parts of your life. If you could go back in time to a point in your life where you were at rock bottom and you needed advice the most, what advice would you give yourself from who you are now to that person who was back then?
I'll say, did the law ever turn his back on you before? Answer no, right? So why would he turn his back on you now? Just be, I mean, keep your head down, be a good person to other people, and like run it up. I always feel like that. Even now, I still feel like, damn, I ain't doing enough, or like maybe this ain't gonna work for me. But every time I feel like that, something bigger always happen. So I learned that every time I felt like I just wanted to give it up, fuck it, I'm going back to drug dealing, man. Like, that's much. I'm gonna just put money over here, put money into this, put money to that, sell a little bit of drugs to make money every day, and just like, fuck this dumb shit. Like, every time I want to give up, something bigger always happened that made me feel like, damn, thank God I didn't give up. So the years of doing that shit is like, anytime I feel down, I know that something else is coming because I feel like giving up. So I know something else is about to happen. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's really about it. You know what I mean?
Sir King,
yep.
I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Please let the people know where they can find you.
Everything Sir King, SIRKING. Yeah, everything Sir King. You know what I'm saying? I'm verified on everything besides TikTok. Not yet. You know, I don't even use TikTok really. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was verified on there, I'd probably use it a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like. What did it get? To me, Twitter is more important. Twitter is more important to me because I feel like Twitter, you could just like leave your thoughts and just like keep it pushing. But like, yeah, I'm gonna start using TikTok real soon.
For sure, my boy. And guys, y'all already know the business. Ayoo Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Maybe one day we'll make an OnlyFans. Who the fuck knows, bro? But guys, we'll catch you when we do it. My boy, just get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, sorry, appreciate you, my guy. Much love.
How'd you feel about it, man?
Yo, I love it, yo. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That was great, man.
You asked the right questions too.
It's my job.
Yeah. Right questions.